Oh my god. Like, someone just gave me this, and it's so funny. Like, it shouldn't warrant the video, but like, I just burst in laughter, and I thought that you guys should laugh as well. So it's from the Daily Dot. And what is up with this website? Like, I don't get it. I see a lot of these left leaning websites that are like just ad bombs. Like, ads everywhere. It's like you get one ad here, another one here, more ads, more ads. Like, you know, when you do this, what you're going to have is a lot of people just enable ad block. Like, websites like this is the reason I don't get paid on YouTube. Like, everyone goes to these websites, it's like, oh god, this is horrible, and they install ad block. And then when they go to my channel, like, no one gets to see ads. I only have like one ad. It's like, just but anyway, right. I love the framing. MAGA star who predicted 50 state Trump victory says he's single because of feminism. I don't think Tim Pool is a MAGA star. Like, if you were to think about right wingers on YouTube, you would think of Steven Crowder, maybe people like Rubio, but you know, I guess in a way, yeah, sure. I mean, most right wingers got yeeted from the platform, like Alex Jones, and you know, like Sargon of Akkad, you know, decides to shut down his YouTube channels. So I suppose like Tim Pool would be a mega star. Like if you manage to remove everyone from the platform that's right wing, then yeah, eventually like the left wing centrist that recently became a Trump supporter. All right, fine. And the fact like he predicted 50 state Trump victory, like man, this race was really close, and a lot of people that were making polls got it wrong. So I think it would be excusable. But what I love is like the offense necromancy. Well, I guess this is not offense necromancy. It's laughter archaeology, I guess you call it. It's like, look what he said 2 or 3 years ago. People knew this. Like they watch his channels. Yeah, like sometimes he says outrageous thing because it's funny. But apparently the problem is that he said he's single because of feminism. So let's actually watch exactly what he has said.
I can't possibly have babies because of climate change. You know?
Right, which is nonsense.
No, of course.
But I do think it's crazy that I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. Because my dad had 2 kids by the time he was 27.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you know what the problem is though? It's definitely not me. Mm-hmm. I think it's everybody else.
Okay, now maybe I can be in the conversation because I do have a fiance, right? My question is like, why would I want to get in a relationship with someone who doesn't want to have kids because of climate change? Because believe it or not, for people like me, having children is important. And the reason, like, if some person would say, I don't want to have a child because of ideology, you know, like, that's fine. And I respect their decision. But why would I want to be with that person? Because I want children. Okay? If they don't want children, that's their decision. But why would you think I should be with that person? Here's the thing about having kids. And I'll tell you this, because it becomes a lot more powerful when you become in the age of 30, 34, right? When you reach my age, you start to realize that your family members die. Okay? So my grandmother passed away. My uncle passed away because of COVID. All of this happened in 1 year, and it gets you to think. It gets you to realize that when you become 60, sometimes even 50, depends, right? Most of your family is going to pass away because of old age, and you're going to be left alone. It's going to be a difficult time to be old if you don't have any type of family to at least fall back on if something bad happens. Like, let's say you get laid off, you lose your job, the government decides it's for your own health to stay at home and not go to work, you know, without paying you or giving you some food on the table. Yeah, it sucks. And wouldn't it be nice if you had some children that you helped raise, and now they'll be like, it's okay, Dad, it's okay, you know, like, just hang in there. We're going to be with you, you know, give you some emotional support, give you a little bit of like if it needs to be, you can come sit with us for a month or two. That would be great, wouldn't it? Yeah. So I don't understand what is the problem in not wanting to have a relationship with someone that doesn't want to have kids. Now, if you want to talk about feminism in general, I mean, the worst types of feminists are the ones that believe all men are rapists. I mean, those hashtags were trending on Twitter. You know, maybe in 2020 we like to forget, but there were hashtag yes all men, right? Like those were feminists pushing those hashtags that believe that every single man is a rapist, and like even the most ridiculous and outrageous feminists would say something like all penetration is rape and that nonsense. Why would I want a relationship with a person like that? Like, I'm a man, they're going to distrust me by default. How can you have a meaningful connection with a person that thinks like that? So like the very most radical ones, it's not for my own health, right? Like my mental health will take a down regardless of how that woman looks like. And if it's a person that's like a moderate feminist that still believes like the patriarchy is out to get her, and me and potentially her son and my father and potentially her brother, we're all in it together conspiring on how to keep women down. Again, I don't think that's a healthy relationship. Would you want a relationship with a guy? No, be honest about this, okay? Be honest. If you're a woman watching this, would you want a relationship with a guy that believes all women have this conspiracy in order to get money and resources from men? And the only reason a woman would marry a man is so that they divorce later and take away his wealth. Would you think that's a healthy relationship to have with a person like that like automatically believes all of the members of the opposite gender are problematic? And yeah, I can see why that would be an issue. And then you finally, have the feminists that, maybe they believe in the wage gap and whatnot. Those are fine. Like if you're like that type of pick and choose from the ideology, whatever you want, and you're like just, a little bit of feminism here and then, I guess people can deal with it. But I think like the problem that Tim Pool is experiencing is that when he made this video, was from California now. Man, I think people from California now understand that people from California now are difficult to deal with, especially if you're a right-winger. So yeah, I can definitely believe that he might have had some problem in finding women. And by the way, Tim Pool is a very wealthy person. I mean, I don't know how he's like without the beanie. Maybe he looks like Dr. Eggman or something and he's very unattractive. But personally, from what I see, there's a lot of women in Tim Pool's comment sections and blah, blah, blah that would want to be with him. So I don't think it's him, to be honest. I don't think it's him. Like, it would be funny. Tim Pool should actually do this just out of curiosity. Hey, Timmy, if you're watching this video, do this. Just make a poll where actual women get to rate you. Have an OnlyFans account or something like this, because it would be funny. I mean, this is internet humor. It's a little bit of drama and banter, which honestly I think the internet really needs right now. Because I think like a lot of women would like Tim Pool, and I'll tell you why. A lot of women also like me for the same reason. The moment you start like a YouTube channel and you become even remotely good at what you're doing, and I'm not even talking like big fries, like million subscribers. No, like the moment you get like 20,000 subscribers and people watch you and you're becoming popular, like a lot of girls are going to start to contact you and want to talk with you. You get a lot of fangirls, and to me it was weird, because I used to be an introvert, didn't really go out much. But it does happen, and with Tim Pool, I'm pretty sure like he's got a lot of MAGA girls that are into him right now. Which leaves the question, Tim, why are you still single? Like at this point, I find it difficult to believe that you are having a problem being around feminists, because I think he moved out of California now, so he's probably into a more interesting position. He positioned himself in a place where he can find like some good right-wing women. Find a Christian woman, Tim Pool. Find a traditional conservative, so that the Daily Dot can write a second article to your love life. Apparently your love life is so interesting and very important that it made it on the Daily Dot, so people would want an update, okay? When are you going to settle down, Tim Pool? When are you going to get married? By the way, like, this is a question that I understand feminists find sexist, like, because if you ask this to a woman, it automatically implies that her purpose is to have children or whatnot. I, as a man, was asked this question a bajillion times. It's like, when are you going to settle down? When are you going to start a family? So I guess I should feel objectified by society, huh? See, this is what I get for reading bell hooks. I see oppression everywhere now. Everywhere is oppression. It's just like, consider yourself to be a woman. No, actually, this is what Tim Pool should do. He should transition. He should identify as a woman now. And then they would have to stop laughing at him. Because it's like, well, he's just a lesbian and he can't find love. And if they disagree, it's like, oh, well, you're a TERF. You're a trans exclusionary radical feminist. You should do that. But I like doing that. I like to identify as a woman, and then I take all of the feminist ideology, I apply it to myself, and I find oppression everywhere, and I'm so oppressed. I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe in order to help me cope. Thank you for watching this, and I'll see you next episode.